Hallelujah, King forever. We thank you for the cross.
One of the things that people ask me about is historic figures, some of the great revivalists of the past, some of the great revivals. I love to study this stuff. I love to read about it. It just makes me burn inside. And one of the questions that came up to the forefront today is historic revivalist experiences. What would my favorite be? And two quickly come to mind. One, Evan Roberts. I have such a fascination with Evan Roberts, who really was used by the Lord to be kind of the spark plug in many ways of the great Welsh revival, which then spread to Azusa Street, the Pentecostal revival that has since spread all over the world. So it was a very unusual move of God. And the thing that touches me perhaps most is Evan Roberts as a young man. He was thought to be almost kind of crazy because he was so happy. People would watch him walk down the street, and he was just taken up with such delight in God, this joy that he had with the Lord, that he could not contain it. And he would burst forth in laughter and joy and celebration. He would do the same thing in the middle of the night. He would wake up so early in the morning and have such this passionate delight and cry for God. Oftentimes when people think of revival, they think of these very somber, harsh individuals, and that's just the opposite of this great, great move of God. They had great fear of God. They had a great respect for the move of the Holy Spirit. They never wanted to violate what he was doing. But the bottom line was, is they had absolute delight and pleasure in the Lord. The other story that comes to mind is a great, great hero of the faith here in the United States, and that is of Charles Finney. Charles Finney was an extraordinary revivalist, and his own personal account of the encounter that changed his life forever was one where he experienced the love of God in such an extreme way, but he experienced the joy of the Lord in a fearful, extreme way. I picked those two stories because we tend to gravitate sometimes towards the serious, more sober encounters and not realize that the God of all pleasure designed us to be able to enjoy him and enjoy this life that we have. And those two stories just stand out for me. As I see the people that I have such admiration for that are alive today, every single one of them are people that can get very intense. They're extremely focused and devoted. They're the same in the pulpit and out of the pulpit. They're the same in both realms, and they're people of great, great joy. I think it's time that we get strong. The joy of the Lord truly, truly is our strength.